it wasn't even like I like stabbed him because he did something to me.
Wait. Your revenge was to
What's the roast him back? Yeah.
With the same roast he roasted you.
That was my revenge. But you want to know why I remember it so clear? Do not make fun of my revenge story, bro.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to In the Fire. This is episode 10. We made it to episode 10.
Oh, yeah, episode 10.
You guys made it to episode 10. Thank you guys for tuning in, whether you're listening on Spotify, iTunes, or watching us on YouTube. We appreciate you. And today you are tuning into a Christmas special. Why are you wearing a Christmas sweater? We're in February.
Like, I'm sorry that
Nah, bro, don't do that. It's February. Christmas is over. Focus on, like, maybe Easter or something. Valentine's Day, maybe you want to wear some hearts or something. That's cool, but don't be Merry Christmas. It's February, bro. Come on.
I'm sorry that Charlie Brown has more swag than you, kid. Like, I'm sorry, for real. Like, I'm wearing a Charlie Brown Christmas sweater. I don't care if it's spring. It's Charlie Brown, dude.
No.
You know Charlie. Come on, Reese. You know that? You know that dance move, bro?
Okay, boss.
Come on. I think my sweater wearing is justified. I got too much swag on me right now.
You know what? I forgive you.
Swagalicious.
I forgive you.
Thanks, man. I feel really healed and restored.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
Well, what do you
Welcome
mean by
back, guys. Welcome back. This episode, we're talking about forgiveness.
Ooh,
we've mentioned it before on other episodes,
we did.
But this is a good one. This is a good one.
For sure. I'm gonna start off real fast and just ask a simple question.
Go ahead.
Why is forgiveness important? We talk about it a lot, but really, why is it something that we should talk about?
I'm gonna backtrack you even more.
Uh-oh.
I want everybody that's listening, before we start, think about one person. Maybe you have 10. Maybe you got 100. I don't know. But think about that one person that, like, every time you think about them, every time you see them, you just get angry. You're like, right? Anything that makes you think, like, dang, like, I don't want to forgive them. They did that to me. They hurt me. They did this. I don't care how long it goes. If you still have that in your heart, we're going to let it go this episode, and we're going to talk about it.
Yes, sir.
But definitely think about that as we're talking about the episode, and yeah, let's do it.
Definitely.
Go ahead, ask me again.
So I'll ask you a second time since you put.
Go ahead, bro. Ask me again, man.
Why is forgiveness important, dude? Why does it actually matter? Why?
You're going to make me repeat myself?
Yeah.
Forgiveness is freedom.
Okay. Freedom. What do you mean by that?
Freedom for forgiver, freedom for the forgiven. If I forgive you, you are no longer carrying that baggage and that guilt that you had to deal with before. And then the person that forgives, they're dealing with. I'm not gonna. I lost track of bro. Okay. You want to ask me again? You want to ask me?
Oh my gosh! No.
Okay. I kind of brain farted because I've said this before. It's
okay. No, you did say it before, so I think that people understand already. But look, I'll just say a cool saying.
Go ahead.
Okay, so check it out. Right, as I was researching this topic, I came across this phrase that I think I know I've like across before, but I thought it was really cool, and it was like, unforgiveness is like drinking poison, and don't interrupt my cool saying, dog.
Guys, I wrote that one down too, and I wanted to beat you to it, and man just had to say it in the beginning of the episode.
I'm sorry,
we didn't even dive into the topic, and you're already talking like that.
Listen, dog.
Go ahead.
I'll say it one more time since this guy rudely interrupted me.
Unforgiveness is.
Oh my gosh.
It's like drinking poison. Wait. Oh, yeah. I got it. I remember. I'm going to steal it from you. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die.
So since you said it, Danny.
Since I said it, now I got to talk, right?
What does it mean? Huh? What are they talking about in that statement?
A lot of times we think that forgiveness is for you. Is for the other person. I mean.
Yeah.
Right? We forgive you. We want to set you free from that. But forgiveness is really for us.
Yeah.
So when you don't forgive, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm not going to forgive you. And that's something I wrote down and something that I've dealt with with people that have told me, the reason they are so hesitant to forgive is because it feels like they're minimizing the problem. They feel like they're swiping that problem under the rug and making the other person think like it didn't hurt them and it wasn't a big deal.
Wow.
Which is crazy. And I'm like, wow, that's so true, because that's why we kind of like take a while to forgive. Because it's like, if I forgive you 1 week after you hurt me, then that kind of makes me feel like I told you that it didn't hurt me. It's like, oh, basically, 1 week later, like, I'm fine now. I forgive you. But there's a difference, and I wanted to talk about this too: forgiveness versus reconciliation. In the Bible, we are called to forgive. Of
course.
It doesn't say we are called to reconcile. We could and we should.
No, definitely. If we can, we should.
If we can, we should. But the Bible says we shall always forgive because we have been forgiven.
Of course.
So if you hurt me, it's my responsibility to forgive you. And a lot of people think like, if I forgive you, then that means we have to be friends again and all that stuff. And I don't, I still have that hate towards them. First of all, that's where the forgiveness comes in. You want to let go of that hate.
Yeah.
Because hate is dragging you down. It's that poison that you're drinking yourself, right?
Of course.
But nobody told you have to be friends with them again. It's okay. It's okay to go, hey, like, you hurt me. That's okay. I forgive you. I'll let go of that. But like, I just don't want to be surrounded by you as a person because of what happened. And that's it.
Yeah.
But if you let go of that hate, that is the important part. That's the forgiveness part.
Well, and I love what you said when like swiping it under the rug as if you're trying to help the other person. Yeah. But it's actually building up more and more unforgiveness. Or just because you swiping under the rug, it's like, you know what? I forgive you. I forgive that little thing you did to me. But it's actually building up. Yeah. Like you're actually telling the person it's okay. You know, it's okay to treat me like that. It's okay to treat me like that.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people feel
and
like.
so the person keeps on treating you even worse because you're giving them more leeway, more leniency. So they're doing even worse things than they used to do. Yeah. And you're like, it's fine. I do this all the time. But like, is that normal for you? Actually normal? You know, like you gotta start using your voice. And I know it's a big thing that it's hard for people to do, to like actually use their voice.
And you're like talking about all the things I wrote down too, and that's one thing is like, don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Yeah. Don't be afraid to tell that person that you were hurt, because that is important.
No, definitely.
If you do something to me, yes, I'm called to forgive you, and I will. But I also want you to know how much you hurt me, because a lot of times, guys, the other person doesn't even realize. Yeah. A lot of times they don't even realize they hurt you until you go, hey, this hurt pretty bad. Yeah. This felt messed up, and I didn't like it. It's okay to express don't be afraid to express your feelings, because one, it teaches them a lesson too to, acknowledge, oh shoot, maybe I did hurt them. That wasn't the right thing to do. Yeah. And they will also tend to not do it to other people. You're just saving other people's butts too, So like, make sure you do tell them just how much you were hurt by that situation. So, and also forgive them, because that forgiveness and letting them go is an important part. Yeah,
that's so good. Like, we have to understand that there's people in general, like, we're not perfect, right? Like, I want to say that like more people have more love to give than others, right? Some people like to say it plainly, like, we're all like in darkness, Yeah. And we all are different. You might have more patience than me. I might be more forgiving than you. Yeah. Right? We have all that different, like, maybe more love to give and all that. And let's just say an example being, if a person that doesn't know how to forgive or has never been shown forgiveness, right? You have that person, and maybe somebody like me or anybody that knows that they have to forgive them, right? That if you go and it's hard because you have to be humble, you have to be vulnerable, and you have to let your pride go down, right? If you go to that person and forgive them, even though they don't know what forgiveness is, because you want to be free, you just shown that person what forgiveness is. It's like that darkness, you shone a light on it. And so you're being that light for them and for other people. So when that person that does not know forgiveness goes to forgive somebody else, they're going to be reminded of you because you forgave them.
Wow. It's like contagious.
It's contagious love.
Wow. Why are you smiling?
Contagious love.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, it's very true. And like, it's kind of like, I forgive you. Then like when you're about to not forgive somebody, it's like, you remember, oh, I was forgiven. And you kind of have that like sympathy and that compassion. You're like, okay, it's okay. I forgive you. And then they do it. And then we're living in a perfect world.
Exactly. It's like a lot of these things are learned. Yeah. People that don't forgive probably learn not to forgive somebody. Like, my dad didn't forgive people. I'm not going to forgive. Wow. Like that stuff is learned. So imagine learning the right thing to do. Like we have like a common thing of negativity Why not replace that with positivity? Replace it with, I'm actually going to forgive you. You know what? Wow. Even though it's uncomfortable, right? Because like I said before, you don't want to do that stuff. Like, people want to be petty. Like, we want to be petty, dude. If somebody does us wrong, ain't no way somebody's going to like instantly be like, you know what, dude? I want to be loving to you because you did it to me, so I'm gonna like forgive you. No, they're like, dude, I'm gonna out of here. Don't talk to me anymore. Don't hit my line. Don't hit my jack. Yo, you know that one scene from Die When Became? I was like, don't talk to me. Don't come by my house. We're done. Do you know that scene? Oh my gosh, dude, that's such a good scene.
It's been years since I've seen those.
Dude, that movie, like I think it was Ralia said it. Dang, that's pure pettiness. Like, don't talk to me. Don't come by my house.
What about people that are feeling offended by what you just said, and they're like, it's not pettiness. They like did some pretty really messed up stuff to me. Yeah. Like, now we're gonna hit deep real fast for the people that have suffered like pretty badly, and they're like, there's like no chance, and they should not be forgiven. What are you gonna tell them?
Well, first off, like, again, it's bitterness, right? Like, if you have that bitterness, then it's like, yeah, kind of justified. You know, like, I can feel angry. And that reminds me of a verse, right? There's a verse in Ephesians, I think 3:26 maybe, and it says like, let me read it so I don't get it, like I don't butcher it. It says, "Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger." Right? So the thing with that, like it was kind of redundant for me, like because I was like, the Bible is telling me to be angry. It's like, be angry, but do not sin. So I was like, what? Doesn't make sense. Like, the Bible always tells me to not be angry, but it's saying be angry. So like, okay, that's weird. So I checked the what's called the other versions, and it said like, in your anger. So what Paul is like saying is like, yeah, in your life you're gonna get angry. Things are gonna happen that are gonna make you feel angry and gonna make you feel a type of way. They're gonna make you feel hurt. That's always gonna be there, right? And he says, do that, yeah, but I'm gonna give you 2 principles for that. So he's like, yeah, you're gonna feel that anger, but I'm gonna give you 2 principles, right? One being, how are you gonna engage with that anger, right? He says, feel like you can be angry, but don't sin. You know, don't like let your actions control. Don't let your feelings control your actions. Wow. It's like I remember like a lot of times I would hear people explain their anger, right? And they would say, dude, when I'm angry, everything turns red. I can't think. I only think about doing the one thing that's gonna like relieve my anger. Yeah. So it's like, okay, if you're angry, that means you can't think straight. So when you're angry, when you feel like, don't do anything, you know, and that's hard to say, but don't act upon your anger because you can't think straight. And it says in the Bible, don't act thoughtlessly. So don't act. Don't do anything in that anger. Wow. It says feel it, but don't act. Because, you know, with anger, it turns into bad things like sin. So it says, okay, watch how you engage with your anger and your hurt and your feelings. And then it says, and do not let the sun go down while you're angry. What does that mean? Principle 2, don't let it linger. Like you can, he's saying feel that. It says be angry. Where in the Bible does it say be angry? It does not say that, but it says it there. Because like, yeah, you're going to feel angry. Yeah. And Paul is like saying, yeah, you are, and things are going to happen that will make you feel like that, but don't let it linger. Like, you can feel that, but don't let it stay for the rest of your life. Wow. Because we talked about it before, it's an infection. Yeah. That unforgiveness, that feeling of I'm never going to forgive you, it's going to linger. Yeah. And it's going to be like that poison. You're drinking that poison, and you expect just gonna say that person too, yeah. You think that person's going to die because you're like, I'm not going to forgive you. Like, you're saying that to yourself, but is that changing anything? You're not really changing the situation. That person's still going to be doing whatever they want, and you're going to be like suffering.
And if anything, you're letting them win.
Exactly.
Because you're just hurting yourself by holding on to that.
No, definitely. We don't want to like invalidate anybody's feelings. You know, things happen that make us like hurt.
Oh yeah.
You know, but it's like we want you to be able to grow from that. Like to say, like, yeah, that thing was terrible, but for myself, I'm gonna say I'm gonna forgive that person and I'm gonna be free because I know that's the best thing to do.
Another thing I saw too was a lot of times we try to take it into our own hands. We go, like. Maybe not even to the revenge part, just the unforgiving and making them feel guilty and like bad. Mm-hmm. But it's also hurting us, like we talked about with that poison. But that's not our job. God is just, and God will take care of it. Yeah. And I've heard a lot of people say, they're like, you know what? I'm done being angry. I'm done. I forgive them. It's in God's hands now. That's how it should be. It's in God's hands now. And trust me, God could do way more damage than you can. while you're joyful, while you can let go of that and have that freedom, God could do way more damage than if you wanted to do. Yeah, you know?
Like all those like verses in Job where it says like whatever God does, He does what He wants.
Yeah.
He's so awesome. He can do whatever He pleases. Like who can tell God why'd you do that?
So just let go. Like it doesn't matter if it's like one little small petty thing or one big thing that like you've been holding on to for so long. but it's time to let go. It's time to set yourself free and even set them free and let God handle the rest.
Yeah.
And it's time for you to move on, because what you're doing is you're keeping yourself in one place. You're keeping yourself in like one season or one thing, and you're going to hold on to that forever, and that's not allowing you to grow or allowing you to really feel peace and joy.
Wow. Yeah. And like, just imagine like in those moments, like where you feel that hurt, right? And when people feel that hurt, what do? They imagine, they think like, I can't wait till this person falls.
Well,
I can't wait till that person does something bad and their life goes to ruin.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the person that's trying to do something bad in their life, right? And you're imagining like scenarios where they experience the same thing you experienced, right? And so you have all those negative thoughts like, I can't wait until the one day you keep a watch on them, like I can't wait till they fall, something bad happens to their life. But imagine that same time you're having all those negative thoughts, they're in the most prosperous season of their life. They have a yacht. They got a new partner.
Yeah, true.
They're like they're making heck of bread. Like imagine like who is suffering in that moment? You.
Wow.
Because you're constantly saying, I can't wait till they fall. Oh, they just got another blessing. Like what the heck? I deserve my justice. I want my justice to be like, I want to see them fall.
Yeah.
I want to see them break the way I broke. I want to see them hurt the way I hurt.
Wow.
But they're prospering, and like I'm not having any peace. Because I'm like, who's suffering there? You're suffering because you're not like letting go of that.
Wow.
Right? Like I remember I saw a picture, and it was like a hand, and it had a rope on it, and it was like all around the rope. But you saw how the hand was suffering because it's like it's just you like holding onto that rope, and you're just dangling by it, right? And so it's like as soon as you let go of that rope, you feel freedom, you feel release, and there's no more stress.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like there's more pain in holding on than letting go.
Yeah.
So you have to let go.
Can you think of any situation, petty, no petty, maybe deep, anything you want, that like you had to forgive and you really didn't want to?
Yeah, I do have a story like when, not a forgiveness story, but more like a revenge story. Ooh. Where like I got revenge a bit. And I remember I was like, where I was at my house, and I always have friends over at my house, right? So my one friend, I haven't talked to him that much, but I still love him. And like I remember we still had PS3s back then.
Okay.
And
damn, it was a while ago then.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Okay.
And I remember he bought some controllers because we needed controllers to all play together the same game, right? So I remember he would always make fun of my controllers because they were kind of ghetto. I would buy the cheap eBay ones.
Okay.
And so I had
the ones where you shake the remote and like you hear something rattle inside.
You hear like the snake and rocks in there. So
and then you gotta wiggle the wire to make sure it connects right.
You have to press the R2 button in a certain way so it actually works. Whatever.
I've had those.
I had those ghetto controllers, and I remember I guess he just made fun of me for them, and like whatever. Yeah. And like, I guess it kind of hurt me.
The thing is, they always came in cool colors. So
yeah, like blue, and they had those cool decals or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I remember he bought some like controllers, right? Because we needed them. I don't know. He just bought them.
Yeah.
And he brought it to my house, and I was like, "Yo, those controllers are mad ghetto, bro." And he looked at me like, "Dude, that broke my heart, dog." Like
that was your revenge,
dude. It was the most Disney movie thing I could ever think about. It wasn't even like I like stabbed him because he did something to me.
Wait. Your revenge was to roast
roast him back. Yeah.
With the same roast he roasted you.
That was my revenge. But you want to know why I remember it so clear? Do not make fun of my revenge story, bro, because it was really deep in my heart. Okay, I didn't stab anybody. I didn't do anything bad. I just roasted a homie, dude.
What?
I know you're not disrespecting me right now. I know you're not disrespecting me.
What does this have to do with forgiveness?
I should have forgave.
Oh, come on, bro.
Dude, it's just I had to say it because it really hurt me.
Yeah, I'm sorry for everybody that just wasted the last 2 minutes of their lives
dude, it's for
to
real.
A useless story.
No, bro, it's not useless.
You wasn't here first on In the Fire.
It was a transforming.
Take the same roast they roasted you with and roast them back. It's gonna hurt them really bad.
Transforming time in my life, dog. I said that to him, and he made that sad face, and I was like, I'm never gonna get revenge ever again because I felt bad.
Stop, bro.
No,
stop.
I'm sorry. My conviction.
I'll give a good forgiveness story.
I'm sorry. My conviction and my heart is better than yours. I'm just kidding. That's not real. I'm sorry. Do not take that. That's not bad. That's bad to say.
I have several forgiveness stories, but I'll say one.
Most true to heart.
Okay. There was one. And this is a good example of the forgiveness versus reconciliation one. Okay. Yeah, he's ready to roast me. He's ready to come at me for my story. This is a good one. This is actually a good one.
Yeah, I'll decide. Let's go.
I had a best friend in that moment.
Okay.
Not my current best friend. My current best friend is my cameraman. He's over there. But I had a best friend in that moment. we were super close. We would he would come. Our families were friends. We would come and hang out all the time. We were good friends. It was really good. And I had a crush on this one girl, and she was kind of like in our friend group, and it was like a big crush. I had a big crush on her, and obviously I told my best friend, which is what normal people do, right? You tell your best friend,
Of course.
so I told him, and then a few months later, the girl comes and tells me, she's like, "Hey, so I heard you have a crush on me," and I was like, this was months later, so I had no idea it was him. I was like, "What? Me? I don't what? You know, the blushing's going on. I'm like, me have a crush on you? What do you mean? What do you mean?" And then she's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "How do you know? Who told you?" She's like, your best friend told me," and I was like,
Oh.
"What do you mean he told me?" I was like, "How long ago?" She's like, "Oh, like a month and a half ago," and I was like, "Yeah, bro." I was like, "What?" And at the same time, I was ready for revenge. I was like, "No, you know, I could be better." So I texted him and I was like, "Yo, like, what's up? Like, you know, what's up, yo?" Like, "What's up, yo?" and he was like, "Nah, what's up?" And I was like, Did you tell her I like? And he was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then like he just stopped texting me, and I was like, So it's true. And he's like, and then, so I told him, I was like, "Listen, bro, like, I forgive you." And on that spot, I forgave him. Wow. I didn't want to. I was pretty angry because he let so long go. And I was like, "Bro, come on. You didn't tell me after this long. Like, she knew for this long. Like, come on, bro."
That's kind of like...
And I was like, "You know what? Like, I forgive you, but that trust between us is kind of broken." And we were kind of friends for a little bit, but then we just, you know, fell off. But that's an example of the reconciliation thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a moment where I forgave, and I really did. There was no hate in my heart, and like, if I saw him in the streets now, I'd dab that man up. He's a great guy. I'd be like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, whatever. There's no hate at all. And it was an honest mistake, whatever. So I forgave him. I was like, it's cool. But like, we just weren't friends after that, but forgiveness was something important. You know?
Yeah, it was a good story.
You gonna roast it?
That's
No, say something. Go ahead. I'll wait.
That's an all right story, man.
I'll wait. I'll wait. No, you know what? Let's do a plot twist to the story. Like, yo, when he likes a girl and he tells me, I'm gonna try to tell that girl too, to try to get the same revenge that he had on me. Come on, bro. Terrible story.
What if that guy looks at you and he's like, "Man, how you gonna feel, huh?" Like I did.
You know what? We'll do our own episode on revenge, but this is forgiveness. Man, didn't even talk about forgiveness, bro.
Dog, revenge and forgiveness kind of go hand in hand.
Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Go ahead.
Right. Well, okay, I'm asking you a question real fast.
Go ahead, shoot.
What is one thing that stops you from forgiving somebody?
One thing that stops me from forgiving somebody,
or just in general?
Just the lingering on to the anger. Probably a lot of times, you know what it is for me? A lot of times is I want them to feel bad. There's moments I feel so bad. Like I'm working on that stuff. I'm working on myself. Trust me, guys. But there's moments where somebody would say something to me. It would hurt me for like 2 seconds, but I want them to feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm not even angry anymore. It's like, bro, I know you were like, you know, I know it slipped out. It's not a big deal, but I just want them to feel angry, and I'm like, "Bro, that's messed up, bro. That's messed up, bro. Don't say that, bro. That's messed up." But on the inside, I'm like, it's fine. Like, I don't care, you know. And I feel bad. I'm not doing that anymore, but I did do that.
That's kind of evil, dog.
It is kind of evil.
You're trying to, like,
because
give them a reason for you to roast back.
Yeah, and I don't let them know that I forgive them until a while, so they feel bad. They're like, I really got hurt.
Dude, you're a manipulator.
Nah, chill. I did it. I would do it a while ago.
Here.
Now, obviously, like it was messed up. All right, like I'll give you one example too. I'll give you guys examples because examples are far, bro. So there was this one time I had a really close friend. I had a birthday party. I invited him, and he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, I don't think I can make the birthday party, because I'm taking a nap or something." I was like, "What? You're taking a nap? You can't come to my birthday party?"
Pretty whack.
Keep in mind, he lived 5 minutes from me.
Wow.
If you he lived 5 minutes from me. I was like, "Yo, what do you mean you can't come to my birthday party?" And then like he went snowboarding instead.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, bruh.
Dang.
And I was annoyed, but I was like, after like a day, I'm a very petty person, and I didn't talk to him. Like we would go in school and we would do that thing like you're like. You would like make eye contact with them, but then look away so that they know that you're like looking at them, but you're like
so evil.
Evil. Chill, bro, chill. I'm not like that anymore.
That's contagious bitterness. Get the heck out of here. I'm not about to get your infection.
Yeah, don't listen to what I do. Don't follow my footsteps, guys. But this is what I did.
Last episode.
And I would make them feel bad, and like eventually they'd be like, "Yo, I'm sorry." After 2 days, because I want them to know you hurt me in that moment. It's bad, but that is something that keeps me away from forgiveness.
Okay.
What about you? What about you?
Like, I would think just in general that people that don't want to forgive, like I think they would tell themselves like, I don't want to because I don't want to look weak, and like, or I don't want to be vulnerable, you know, like, and also, I'm always gonna say in probably every single podcast or every single topic, I'm gonna say pride. Why don't you want to forgive somebody? You have that pride. You don't want to look below them.
Do the symbol. My little brother came up to me the other day and he was like, he did the symbol to me. He's like, because I said something kind of prideful, and he's like, "Yo, listen to your podcast." I was like, "Yo,
yeah, go convicted by your own words."
He did that. He's like, "Yo, Danny, yo."
Okay, that's still a thing, by the way. I don't know if we did it like last episode, but we're gonna do it again.
We gotta put it on a shirt. We're gonna put it.
Yo, stay humble, my face.
Yeah,
stay humble, bro.
All right, bro. They got it.
Serious, like, trying to be funny, but okay. Anyways, so like, yeah, pride. I'm always gonna talk about it because it's a huge thing. People don't want to forgive because they don't want to look below. They don't want to go into that person, be the bigger person, right? What are they gonna say? No, I want them to come to me.
Yeah, that's me. I
want them to come to like I'm gonna, if they're gonna go to my birthday party, I'm gonna wait 3 days.
Yeah,
not talk to them.
Chill. I'm like that though.
Yeah, no, it's because
I'm usually like, if they hurt me, I will never be the first one because it's just like, it's that pride. You're right. I have so much pride, but it's like, I need to make sure they are the ones that text me first or tell me they feel sorry first. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, "Yo, you hurt me," which I gotta work on. But yeah.
No, yeah, like people want to do it. They don't want to like go like, it's like, I guess so. It's such a humble thing, I think, to just go to somebody and say, "Hey, I forgive you," right? Because first off, you don't even know how they're gonna respond. Yeah, I feel like the way they respond might like hurt you a bit. Like, okay, don't really care. Yeah, and you're like, I came to this moment of humility and vulnerability just for you to respond like that. I'm not forgiving anybody. I'm like, no, that's bad. Don't do that. No matter how they respond, you still gotta do it. Yeah. No matter how people like treat you, you still have to be yourself. You still gotta like be forgiving, no matter if they're like, wow, that really healed me because you did that and I didn't have the courage and strength. Or they're like, I don't care about your forgiveness. I don't care about that. No matter how they respond, you still gotta be forgiving. Yeah. You can't change yourself due to that.
Y'all heard it here first. First thing, bring it down.
Be the bigger person.
But yeah, those people that you're thinking of, those people that like just you're holding on to and you're not forgiving, I encourage you guys so much. Let go of that. Let go of that like anger that you have and really forgive them and dive deep into that so that you can like feel that freedom and you can keep moving on. But yeah, that's our episode.
Free yourself from that chain of unforgiveness.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on Spotify, iTunes, or watching us on YouTube. We appreciate you guys. And we'll see you for the next episode.
Eminem too. Bye.
Peace out, yo.